The United States has closed its borders to much of the world since the pandemic began, but it's now working on plans to ease those restrictions. It says that it wants to eventually allow fully vaccinated foreigners back in. Now, this comes as COVID-19 infections hit a 6-month high in the country. More than 100,000 new cases have been confirmed in the last 24 hours as the Delta variant spreads, particularly in areas with low vaccination rates. Experts are warning that cases could double to 200,000 each day within weeks. Simon Marks joins us live now for more on this. Simon, an alarming spike in COVID-19 cases, particularly in the south. What steps are being taken to curb the spread?
Well, it depends on where you are and who governs you, because the Biden administration, of course, is encouraging again everyone to get vaccinated. It's notable that Donald Trump's Health and Human Services Secretary has written an opinion piece for the New York Times today, underscoring the safety and the efficacy of the vaccines and throwing his weight behind the Biden administration's efforts to try and persuade the 90 million Americans who could get vaccinated right now if they wanted to, but are still refusing to take the jab, to change their minds. There are some blandishments being offered to people. Vanguard Asset Management, for example, large financial employer, is offering its workers $1,000 each if they'll get vaccinated. In other parts of the country, there are $50 payments being made by local jurisdictions, in some cases $100 to take the shot. There has been an indication in the last week that demand for the vaccines has grown somewhat, particularly in places like Florida and Texas, where the Delta variant is spiking. And some families are simply learning the hard way as loved ones end up in intensive care unit beds and before they pass away from COVID-19, say they are deeply sorry that they chose not to get vaccinated. So some shift in the numbers, but there is still a very, very long way to go here.
At the same time, there's all this optimism to reopen borders, Simon, but how realistic are those plans at this rate?
So the White House confirmed here on Wednesday night that they are considering what would be a big change and it requiring vaccination certificates and proof of vaccination for nearly all foreign travellers arriving in the United States. These are said to be early stage discussions. An interagency process is now underway between various government departments more fully to hatch the idea. But it's clearly an avenue down which President Biden is wandering, and he's under intense pressure to get America's borders open, of course, from the travel industry and from the business community, but also from some of America's key allies, the Canadians, the European Union, the British government, all of them deeply irritated that the Biden administration has not reciprocated and reopened America's borders, given that American travellers are now welcome to go to Canada, the EU and the UK. So pressure on the Biden administration, but no indication of when these changes might be introduced.
Simon, thank you for that update. Simon Marks there in Washington, D.C.